I'm dying. Help me.
Ah, durka durka durka.
Damn, son.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Sunshine, and welcome to our podcast, No Bullshit. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that follow button below.
What it do, guys? It's your boy De Niro coming in with the bullshit. Please like and subscribe and bang the notification bell for new content.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Flaka. Thank you for joining No Bullshit. I hope you enjoy the show. And like always, hit that subscribe button.
It's your boy Perico Panero, Uno Momento Mono, and thank you for listening to No Bullshit. How was everyone's weekend?
Mine was lit.
Mine was relaxing.
Yeah, over here promoting Revlon products.
Oh yes. So on my on my Instagram and Facebook stories, I actually did like basically a review on it, and I got a lot of hits today. Like my phone was blowing up, everyone was like hitting me up and stuff about how it is with that item. It's like a blow dryer, but it's a blow dryer brush.
Oh, that's just a bomb. My mother has one.
Yeah,
my mom sound like that.
I actually did it yesterday, and those who don't know, I have very curly hair, and I'm not gonna say it's super thick, but it's not thin either. So it's kind of like in the middle. And I ended up using the brush blow dryer, and I ended up doing my whole hair within like 40 minutes.
Wow.
It was nice, but it was still a little bit poofy. And so what I did was, after I did that, then I used a flat iron. And but it did take a lot of time off the time, because on the box it says it'll cut your time in half. And it did, because normally I take about an hour and 45 minutes to finish my whole hair to get it straight. And it took me about an hour. And I also used the flat iron to smooth it out a little bit more, keep my hair tame. But it was awesome. And there was a lot of people who, asking me about the product, and people telling me that they have it and that, it's a good buy. So if everyone looking for a Christmas gift and they don't know what to get their lady or their mother or anyone, I think that would be a pretty good gift. So
I already did it for Christmas last year.
Oh, you did?
That's how she got it. I gave it to her for Christmas.
Oh, nice. You see, there you go. Great minds think alike.
I gave one to Grandma too.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I know Sunshine has one, and
one.
has one. Yeah.
I do have one, but see, I have like mine is like the one that I do have to flat iron it at the end too, but I could leave it like that as well. It's only like if it's humid, but my hair never does well with humidity, so it won't stay if it's like humid, obviously. But when I had like blow it out, I couldn't leave it like that. But I like to do the flat iron because it gives it the more straight. Whereas like the Revlon does more like the motion of curling out. It kind of stays that way. So I like it to be like a little more straight.
Yeah, so I did my hair yesterday, and yesterday it started to rain. And so I noticed that my hair was a little bit more poofy than normal. And then today I went to work and it was raining, or not raining, it was like drizzling, but the moisture was in the air. So my hair did get a little frizzy, which I was really annoyed. I'm like, really, I'm picking a day that it's not a good hair day to keep it straight. But it ended up, maintaining, like it wasn't crazy either. So but yeah, so I really like the product, and it was a big hit. I had a lot of questions, stuff, as if like I made the product. So but yeah, so I did that yesterday.
Yeah, I know that De Niro, right? He had a Halloween party.
Yes, that I did.
Yeah.
And I won the costume for best villain.
Nice.
I mean, I have to share it with my friend, but it's okay. Her costume was very well as well. So We were the top two.
Yeah, good. Did you get a prize?
We did. We got a cry. It was like a thing of candy and some scratch offs. It was my friend's party. We do it one every year. Like last year, the theme was uh Halloween monsters, like legendary ones. So last year was Frankenstein,
Okay.
and this year was superheroes and villains. And I did the Dark Knight edition Joker when he blew up Gotham General Hospital.
Nice.
Yes, I love the picture because I know you posted it,
Yes.
and it was a good picture. I liked it. I liked the outfit. Definitely,
You don't know
definitely. I
how
feel like,
hard it was to find that wig.
oh my god.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Oh my god. Amazon doesn't have?
Well, I found it on Amazon, but it was so hard to find it because I kept putting like a bob and they kept giving me the straight, and the hair isn't straight, it's like curly.
Yeah, it's like a
So it was very difficult to find, but I'm persistent, like so I found it eventually.
Nice, nice. I'm actually gonna dress up this year for Halloween. With my daughter, but I'm actually gonna be wearing did any of you watch the Forever Purge yet? The newest
No.
Purge, the Forever Purge?
I have not.
I have not.
No? All right, well, you're not missing much. I mean, I love the Purge movies, but that one it wasn't it. I didn't really that was my least favorite Purge movie. But in the movie there was some really cool costumes, and I'm actually going to be the cowboy skeleton costume. Like they don't have the whole thing, so I had to buy things separately. Like I got the half, it's like a half a mask, like a half mask of a skeleton with the nose and the mouth, and then he has like a cowboy hat, and I'm gonna like paint my or like put my face like eyeshadow all black. Like I'm gonna send you a picture of it, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it too. So I'm gonna be a little bit scary this year, and I'm gonna wear a shirt that says purging, and I'm gonna have a little which I already bought my little knife set. I got a knife, I got bullets. I'm gonna put it around my leg, the bullets. And so yeah, so I'm getting dressed up this year. I normally don't get dressed up that much for Halloween, but this year I felt like I wanted to dress up. I don't know why, but I'm just dressing up.
Yeah, I usually dress up with Little Sunshine. And we like this year she wanted to be Melina from Mortal Kombat, but I told her that there was really no kid-friendly Melina costumes. So I'm gonna have to pick something else. So then she said she wanted to be Catwoman. So I'm gonna dress up with her too, and I'm gonna do Harley Quinn since it's a Batman theme.
All right, so this is going to be a very serious question. Which Catwoman?
Well, it's a kid Catwoman. Actually, it is a kid Catwoman, but it's the Catwoman Anne Hathaway played in the.
Okay, that's decent.
It's like the costume itself though is really cute. I just like it's cute, So.
Because for me, Michelle Pfeiffer. That's a classic costume right there.
I do want to see how Zoe Kravitz is going to do this Catwoman.
I do want to see that too. I like her as an actress.
My Catwoman, my OG Catwoman will always be Lee Merriweather.
2 hours later.
Ooh,
It's funny.
the Adam West Catwoman, Lee Merriweather.
Bruh.
Oh, okay, like the original one.
Mm-hmm.
Because Eartha Kitt was there for a quick second as well.
Yeah, she played Catwoman too as well.
Yes.
That's true. Actually, people on Twitter were actually upset because they were putting like the Catwoman's like on a timeline. They didn't include Halle Berry, and
She's the least favorite one.
Yeah, that's why they didn't include her.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, that one was garbage though. That movie was garbage, and she wasn't even Selena Kyle. She was like a whole other person. So it was like, okay, like it's totally off canon. So
Yeah, like you showed this us already.
Yeah, so that's that. I already got pretty much everything, down even to the leather jacket.
Nice.
So everyone that knows or that doesn't know, I just send a picture of how I'm going to look for Halloween to the rest of the crew. So yeah, so that's how I'm gonna dress it up. And then I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna do like a side-by-side shot so everyone can see. And I probably have my hair straight that day too.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely be purging that night.
I was
Purging can't.
definitely in character with my costume. I kept walking around everybody like, hi. Like the scene in the movie when Harvey Dent wakes up.
And then he's there. And
Yeah, and he's like, hi.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the OG Harley Quinn though. The gesture suit, like the red and black.
Nice.
That's
Oh yes, the throwback, the original.
Although I do like her in the red dress from the Suicide Squad secondary movie, the second one that came out.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, Sunshine's going as the Batman animated series Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
She was never in the comics. She was never in the comics until she came out in the animated series.
Yes, and we all saw it, right? It was I saw that show, Sunshine, Panero, I believe too.
I was like
De
7 when
Niro.
that show came out.
De Niro saw it too, I think. De Niro, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I had to be like 5. That came out in like 94, 95. I was like 6, 7.
That was a good Batman series. I thought.
Yeah.
Well, me and Panero share our love for Batman together.
Yes.
As well as our love for the Joker.
Mm-hmm. I say out of everybody,
De Niro. That's De Niro's fave is the Joker.
No, like this is what I learned, and it's so true. Growing up, if you're a Batman fan, you idolize Batman. When you grow up, you realize Joker's been right the whole time.
You understand him way more.
Yeah.
I mean, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, he did that.
I like how they portrayed that, because it wasn't like Batman failed him. It was more like society failed him.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I finally saw that movie. I finally saw it. Maybe like
it was so good.
I saw it.
He made a great Joker. Like after Heath Ledger, that has been the best Joker I've seen since Heath Ledger.
Some are saying that this Batman movie was a sequel to the Joker movie.
Okay.
That's what some people are saying. I gotta read the theory. But I can understand.
It was a good movie, the Joker movie. It was really good. I like whoever like wrote this movie, and obviously Joaquin Phoenix, like he made me feel sorry for Joker. You know what I'm saying? I've never in my life felt sorry for that guy until I saw that movie, and I was like, wow. Like, yeah, I mean, he's still a killer, and but just the way he was treated, you know what I mean? And if he just had seen one really friendly face, he could have been different. You know what I mean? Like, but
that whole scene with Robert De Niro, amazing.
Oh my god! At the end.
So I got a twist for you guys. I got a real like.
That scene literally, like when me and Breeze were watching it, that had my jaw like wide open, like what?
Just the way the flip switched and then it was over. Like it was amazing.
So I got a twist for you guys that'll really fuck you up. So you know how he's talking at the end, he starts laughing.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, the nurse asks him what's so funny." He's like, "You wouldn't get it." So what if the whole story was just him imagining that whole thing?
Oh wow!
Because
the same way he did throughout the entire movie.
No, because the Joker, he technically has like three origin stories. Like when he was a washed-up comedian, 2, he was the leader of the Red Hood, and then the other one I forget. But he always says, "I like having multiple choice as my origins," because there's 3 Jokers out there in the comics.
Okay.
There's
So
the
here's
there,
why. Go ahead, De Niro. De Niro, my apologies.
you good. You have the comedian, you
Right.
have the gangster, and then you have the clown, the psychopath.
Yeah,
Right.
flat out.
All three of those were trying to make the perfect Joker. So they try to use Joe Chill to turn him into the next Joker, make him the murderer.
Okay.
Jason Todd is supposed to be a Joker because it's in the story arc.
Eventually.
It's literally called the Three Jokers.
Okay.
Wait.
Talk
Say
about
that again.
this.
Jason, you said Jason Todd?
Todd is supposed to be the Joker,
It's the second
but
Robin.
he's
But
not part of the plan.
isn't Jason Todd, isn't he the Red Hood though?
Yeah, but in the Three Jokers storyline, they were pushing him to become a Joker by choice.
But now, correct me if I am wrong here. Every single Robin has picked up the mantle of the Joker at one point or another, with the exception of, I'm talking the first three Robins: Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, and Tim Drake.
The only one who picked it up was Jason Todd.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
about
because
to say because I don't
Jason
remember
Todd
Nightwing ever
and
being.
2 hours later.
show you the
really
worst of
quick,
yourself.
sorry to interject, but I just looked up Google. Tim Drake did see himself as the Joker for a time during Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker movie.
Yeah, that was the movie.
Oh, Batman Beyond.
But I said in the
Yeah.
entire universe at one point or another. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I
Not
think
just
it
the
was
comics itself.
I
In
think
his higher.
so. I think
thing.
the only one then is Dick Grayson. That was the only one
That was not.
that never picked up any mantle.
Okay.
The Dick Grayson one, not the Dick Grayson, the Tim Drake one was a real fucked up.
Yeah, he had
He was
brainwashed.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was brainwashed.
Of Jason Todd and all that, it kind of brings to this. I've been watching DC Titans on HBO. Has anybody else been watching that?
Oh, I'm
It's
done.
definitely on my watch list.
I'm waiting for season 4 now.
Also, okay, so not De Niro, I'm sorry, Panero. So I've watched episode 12 of this season. Is that the last episode?
No, it shouldn't
Or
be.
is there more episodes of the season? Because it comes out like every Thursday or something.
Yeah. Did they fight Crane?
Not yet.
No. So
Right now,
still,
so because it's only on episode 12 and it only comes out every week or something like that. So I think I'm missing last week's, but yeah, so they're actually talking about Jason Todd and about the Red Hood.
So you're missing Purple Rain, which is the last episode. There's 13 episodes.
There's a total of 13 episodes.
13. Okay, so I saw 12.
So you got one more, and then
there's
that's
one
the end,
more.
and you can see like what happens.
Okay, because that's basically what's happening right now. It's about Jason Todd being a Red Hood. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. And then about the Lazarus Pit and all that stuff. So that's basically what's happening in the season of Titans. By the way, I love Titans. I love Raven. I like how she's portraying Raven. And I love Beast Boy, of course. And I'm rooting for Raven and Beast Boy to be together. Like always.
They do beat it. They are
They
together, aren't they?
They are together.
In the comics, they are.
No,
In
even
the
in the
comics,
show,
but
they're
not
hinting.
in the show.
In the show, they're hinting. They hint to it. It's not like
Yeah, but only in the first season. Last season
when she left. Well, in season 3, when she shows up in Themyscira, he's trying to reach out to her. So like
Yes.
he loves the fuck out of her. And the first person she finds
is him. Right. Like I see those little tiny hints, but they're not really hinting to, like, there's no
I think they're trying to show like big picture.
Right, like first season you could tell like they were flirting and all this other stuff, and then it just like died. And I mean, you can tell like there's still little hints of it, but it's not, full frontal, like it's in your face. It's not like that anymore. So I'm like, I'm wondering, I'm like waiting patiently, but I'm like, like let's get this going.
Oh, for those that don't know, you do meet a future Titan in season 3. Just a spoiler. You do meet a future Titan, but she's very young.
And how do you feel about? I haven't seen episode 13, but how do you feel about Superboy?
Well,
Like, are they trying to make him? Are they trying to make him like evil? You know what I'm saying?
If you don't know Superboy's backstory, yes, he's a clone, but he's half human, half Kryptonian, so he has Lex Luthor's DNA in him.
Right.
As well as Superman's DNA. So he has a tendency to become evil.
Yeah, they
And
kind
those
of
that don't
hinting at
know,
that right now.
and like in a comic, like when you have like I think it was one of the Infinite Crisis, the reason why Infinite Crisis started was because of Superboy. He punched a hole through like reality.
So they might make him a little evil, probably. That's how it's
They
kind of
might.
like hinting at
They
because
might,
of
but like they kind of
Blackfire.
yeah, they might,
Because of
but like you watch the last episode and you'll see.
yeah, I gotta watch it because Blackfire. It seems like because of Dick Grayson and Blackfire, it seems like he's a turn. So, but it's interesting. I like the show. You know, I do like the show. And yeah, it's on HBO, and I think it's every Thursday. Every Thursday.
Yeah.
That's
But
normally.
but the last episode was 13, so that's it. To like get renewed.
Yes. So that's the one I'm missing. That's the one that I haven't seen yet.
Oh my God.
And that's actually with the Scarecrow right now.
So I don't know.
They're battling.
Oh, there's this show, guys. There's this show on Netflix, and it's called Inside Job, and it's basically like a show about like the shadow government. It's like a cartoon show about like these people who work like in the White House and stuff, and how like the president's like a robot and shit. It's like crazy. And it's supposed to be like a funny show, but I watched like a couple episodes and I'm just here like it's kind of crazy. It was like there was an episode about Hollow Earth. You guys heard of the Hollow Earth?
The Hollow Earth
right?
theory. Yeah.
Yes, I've heard of those theories.
Yeah.
It was talking about like the Hollow Earth because I forgot his name. Something Bird. What's that guy's name who flew the plane and like he like wrote it in his diary? This is like a real life thing. Like he was like a pilot, and they sent him on the government. Like he was working in the military, and they sent him on a mission to see like basically the part of Antarctica that we cannot go to. That he flew over that.
In 1735, Pierre Bouger and Charles Marie de la Condamine.
No. He was something Bird.
I know who you're talking about. I just can't remember his name. Richard E. Byrd.
The guy.
Bruh.
Antarctica. Yeah, on Google. Oh
I
yeah.
just told you. I said it.
Yeah,
Richard E. Byrd.
The Daenerys just said it. Richard E. Byrd.
Bruh.
But they call him Admiral Bird.
Yeah,
That's why.
real
Yeah.
admiral. That's his title.
Yeah,
That's like his ranking.
Right. Okay. So thank you, De Niro, for giving me the real name because I did not know his name was Richard.
Dick Bird.
But
Good old Dick Bird.
so basically, he flew like over Antarctica and he witnessed Hollow Earth, and he had like this crazy experience, which he chronicled in his diary. And apparently, he saw mammoths, and like it was like he talked with aliens, and it sounds really wild, right? But they say that the truth is stranger than fiction. Just saying. But anyway, so the episode was about Hollow Earth, and they were saying how because it was like the flat earthers versus like the round earthers or whatever, and like they were like, oh, the earth. They were like, no, that the earth is flat, and then the government girl was like, no, the earth is not flat, but it is hollow. And I thought it was interesting. It was like but the whole show is like one big fucking.
Well, now those of you who have seen Kong versus Godzilla, they dive into that whole Hollow Earth idea.
But not just
Exactly.
that, there is a part in Antarctica that nobody's allowed to visit. Like nobody's allowed to visit.
No,
You go
no,
Like
there,
for
like
real, all these countries agreed on that one thing.
yeah, like all these countries, mind you, no one owns Antarctica. No one owns
Yeah,
it.
Every
it's like
But
single
you
country.
can't. Yeah, it's his own country, but it's like you can't go into that certain spot. Like I wonder why.
No, I know. I'm just saying though, every single country, they can't make decisions about things involving people's lives or things like that, but they can make decisions on all of us agreeing no one go to Antarctica.
Yeah, there's one part. There's like fucking like 200 miles, whatever how big it is, stretch of land.
I don't know. I think there all those theories are compelling. Like the flat Earth is very compelling. The hollow Earth, it's compelling. I'm not putting all my eggs in a basket, but yeah, it's all compelling.
Oh, breaking news, guys. This is totally off subject. Microsoft is reportedly making a Wu-Tang Clan combat RPG.
Wow.
what?
So they're making a fighting game for Wu-Tang. It's gonna be Shaolin monks all over. It's gonna be Wu-Tang Clan Shaolin all over again.
Panero is always like, first was the Thomas the Train Killer video game. Now we got this RPG.
That's because the show on Hulu, Enter the Woo, is doing very well.
No,
Oh
oh
my
my god. So I was like,
But
you
I ain't
guys
gonna lie,
watch
like yeah, that. But like if you guys remember playing the game
Yeah,
for the PS1,
we were all that bitch in the white.
yeah, I was the jizza.
Yeah, but it wasn't RPG. That shit was like
No,
free
yeah.
Like
battle.
fighting. That shit was like
Yeah.
a straight like
Like, that's why I'm like,
free fall.
what are they gonna do with what are they gonna? They're gonna make Old Dirty Bastard like a drunken monk where he's gonna throw up on people. That's gonna be like
again.
Like Baricho.
Yeah, I'm like,
Macho, yeah.
oh my god. I was like, that's crazy. They're running out of ideas, I guess.
They really are.
No, I want to see what they do
It's a
with it.
reach.
The Choo Choo Charles. That's when they're running out of fucking ideas.
Yeah, that's a reach. That's a
That
reach.
one is just ridiculous. But Panera, I like how you put that train in one of your was it one of your stories where I saw the train?
No, that was literally the thumbnail for episode 2.
You
part
were like,
two out of
I
this-
was like, why am I seeing a train? Thomas.
It's supposed to be scary. Like, what is that?
That I don't know.
Oh no, kids, that's Thomas.
Oh no,
It's
it's
raining.
It's Charles.
That's Charles. Thomas is evil twin. Like, I don't know. That's
Oh my god.
speaking
So I
of okay, go ahead. Something. Go ahead.
No, you have the floor. Fuck, you could go ahead first.
This one is actually off topic a little bit, but I did see some news about what we were talking about on one of our podcasts about Gabby Petito and how they actually found what is his name? Brian Laundrie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they actually found his remains, and the crazy thing that I was reading this article, and it says the parents found his remains.
Yeah.
And the parents found his remains in one of the wildlife reserves near their home. Like, I don't know how far it is from their home. And the autopsy shows that indeed it was his remains. I find that very odd.
So what was the cause of death?
They don't know.
They right now. No. It's inconclusive.
That's suspect.
No,
Yeah.
here's what's suspect to me, De Niro's.
I'm gonna find the article and I'm gonna send it to you guys. It's inconclusive. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Here's what's funny. When the family decided to join in on the search, literally 20 minutes without them searching, they found some of his belongings.
Mind you,
they
the
killed
police
him.
have been looking. The police and all these people have been
People
looking,
been looking for him.
for weeks. And now you're telling me that the
The family, within
parents
20
found-
minutes, they found his belongings. Within 20
And they
minutes, they
know-
found his belongings.
Because they knew where
It's
to
like-
look.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna say
that, and then they matched them by his dental records.
Right. They matched him by his dental records, and it's inconclusive, right? So what
And then
they're
I hope
doing
they
now is they're bringing in the forensic.
They try to Carol Baskin him.
Yeah, like they're bringing in some kind of forensic anthro. What is it? Anthro something. I don't know. I gotta look it up again. But they're bringing in some kind of forensics team to try to determine cause of death because the first one was inconclusive.
They tried to fucking Carol
Carol
Baskin
Baskins.
that is, except with the Crocs instead of
the Tigers.
yeah.
Carol freaking Baskin.
Killed her husband.
Whacked him.
Allegedly.
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 But you know
word
what?
of the day.
Allegedly, it's our that's the podcast word of every podcast.
NANI?
But Carol Baskins is winning though. Did you not see? She got Joe's ranch. She got Doc Bogdan's ranch. She got everybody's ranch.
Even Rob, what was it? Rob Lowe.
Uh-huh.
He even got to move. He can't reside at the Joe Exotic's farm no more.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
Good for
he
his
has
ass.
to leave. He has to leave
I
it.
feel like him and that other dude set up Joe.
Oh,
yeah, like have you guys seen it? Have you guys seen the special, right?
Tiger
Yeah.
King, I don't know. It's a train wreck. It's a train wreck.
Yeah,
They're making part
That's
2 apparently.
What?
crazy.
They're making a part 2.
I would watch it just because it's a train wreck. It's like, you don't want to look, but you can't stop watching. Like,
Seriously, man. And he's in jail. Joe Exotic is in jail now.
yeah, he was trying to
And
get Trump to
To pardon him.
yeah.
goodness. Not for
What'd you
nothing.
guys
And then
like, grab
Carol
him?
Baskin was on Dancing with the Stars.
I was gonna grab
Wait,
him by
what?
the pussy. Yeah, this
Yeah.
was like last
Carol
season or the
Baskin
season
was a
before.
dancing.
Yeah, wait, have you heard about Trump?
Who he grabbed by the
Wait.
pussy today?
No, he ain't grabbed nobody by the pussy today. No. So he released a new social media platform called Truth. Right? It's within so you cannot talk bad about the platform on the platform. But now he's getting sued because he used someone else's software to create that his social media.
Platform.
Because they censoring him on Twitter and all that stuff, so he's butthurt.
Yeah, he's been dying to say something.
He's like, I need my truth to get out there, so we're gonna make a social media platform called Truth.
So he's still out here like fake news, fake news.
Fake news, fake news, China.
I don't know. He's just a mess.
He's fake news too. So I'm like,
It's all fake news, all of it.
that's fine. I mean, that was
Drink
about
some
to
bleach,
go.
you'll be all right. You'll be free from COVID.
Well, I did read some a little bit of some disheartening news today. I saw on the shade room that there's this lady that was running like a daycare, and basically she was like hiding like kids behind the wall. Like she had like a basement, and I guess the way that she structured it was like a hideaway or whatever. But she was only she was granted a license to work out of her home, and she was only granted that she can have six kids. And what she was doing was she had like, I think they found like 25 kids, and they told her that like by the like rules of the board, they told her she can only have 2 kids under the age of 2 there, and they have found like 12 kids. And they were all like, yeah, and it was like they were like hiding, and the reason they like, I guess like they got a tip off from somebody like who knew her or whatever, they got tipped off, so they did like they went, they invaded, and she was trying to say like, oh no, there's no kids here or whatever, and they heard like crying, and they heard like kids music being played, so like they busted through like, I guess, one of the walls, and they found like the kids in like the basement. And like they were like covered in like feces and stuff because like they were sweating.
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
but those kids are probably like, because there was only 12 that were 2 years old, but others were like 5, 6. They were like, like, I mean, sorry, not 6, 5 or 4.
So she was taking care of them in her home. So when the police came, she tried to hide them.
Like she had like a little thing to like hide like the kids in the, like she had like a couple kids like there in the front, but then all the rest, because she was only supposed to have 6 and she had 25.
So she was hiding the Jews from the
Basically.
Germans. Basically.
That's fucked up. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fucked
My
up.
apologies.
But like she was hiding them because she was and they were like hungry, like it was just not a good scene. So
That's a sad story, yo. That kind of reminds me of what the story last week. I think we touched about it in the group chat, where the girl was on the train and got raped for 8 minutes, screaming for help, and nobody on that train helped her. They all took their phones out and recorded it.
yeah, that's
So they
why
put that on the news yesterday. They put that in the
8
news around here
fucking
yesterday.
minutes. This girl was on a train screaming for her life, and everybody's sitting there recording it.
And prior to that, they was on that train ride together for like 40 or 45 minutes. And he was harassing her, like he was like touching her breast, and like he was and now the girl, actually she was kind of like drunk that night, and she went on the wrong train, so she wasn't even supposed to be on that train. And this guy is apparently a homeless man, like he's not home, like he lives in a shelter right now. Well, not in jail, but
Right now, I feel like the boo-hoo, like, fuck you, goes all to the people who were sitting there recording this fucking girl getting raped.
That's crazy.
That's disturbing.
Seriously.
scary. And you know what though? They're gonna charge those people who were recording. They're gonna
As they should. They are complicit into the crime he was committing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's just fucking bonkers to me that's the world that we live in today.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I'm
don't
like,
know if y'all recently heard.
what are you recording it for? Like what? Like kind of shit. Nobody called 911 either.
Nope. It wasn't until like
I heard they had to wait till they
train
got to the
stopped.
next stop.
Yeah. But that's not even the craziest
And then
thing I've
somebody
heard.
caught wind.
I just read on the news. I don't know if you guys seen the picture of the mom smiling in her mugshot that's been circulating, and she explains
No.
why she was smiling in her
No, I don't
mugshot.
think I've seen that.
So apparently she has a nonverbal autistic son, and she was wondering why her son was coming home with like bruises, marks on his body. She didn't know why. And again, nonverbal kids, they're not gonna tell you why. Turns out one of the daycare workers was abusing her son on camera. They had it all on camera.
Oh, shit.
So when she saw the video, she ran into the class, the daycare class, and started beating on this 68-year-old woman's ass.
Wow.
She should. Yeah, she should.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, "Oh, why is she smiling in her mugshot? This, that, and the third." So she explained, "My son, who's autistic, nonverbal. Well, I don't know if he's autistic, but like if you hear nonverbal, the first thing I'm thinking is autistic. So
He's on the spectrum.
He's on the spectrum. And I have we have a nonverbal cousin. I'd be the same fucking way, smiling in my goddamn mugshot. Yes, I whoop that bitch's ass. I beat the brakes off her.
I'm smart too.
And that's the world we live in. Like, that's crazy. Like these kids can't talk. They can't express what the fuck they want. Like you gotta have patience. Like you're working with special needs kids, so you're gonna have patience with these kids. Yeah, it gets frustrating because half the time you don't know. Like me when I first moved with my aunt, I know half the stuff he wanted. I just guessed, and it's trial and error. It's frustrating because I don't know what he wants, and he's getting upset with me because I don't know what he wants. But I'm not getting upset because he's not explaining it to me. I'm more upset at myself because I should have asked my aunt how you communicate with him. You know, it took me like 2 days, but I figured it out. You know, I'm not gonna be here like, well, smack him up and stuff because he don't know what the fuck I don't know what he wants. You just don't do that. It's just fucked up. Oh shit.
I'm sorry, person.
Oh. No. I don't know.
So there was something that happened in the Bronx that I saw that I actually saw on the news where it was like this guy who like robbed the old man. But it was like the way that he kind of like tripped him and like he hit the floor. You know, like old people he was an 86-year-old man at that. You know, so I'm like, this is like, I noticed that there's been a lot of crazy things, especially happening in New York. There's been a lot of crazy things. Because I also saw on the same subway that I take to go to Manhattan, like that same subway, it's Times Square and 42nd. And there was a girl who literally like was just like sitting down on like the bench and like pushed a woman when the train was coming by. And like literally like she just like she hit the train itself because the train came just in time before she fell on the track.
Yeah,
She still hurt herself pretty bad. So, but they arrested her. But yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm. Like unprovoked too. And apparently though, you know what though? That girl had like a history. Like she like beat up somebody in another subway. Like saying that she hated her or whatever. Like I think she has mental illness.
Okay.
But that's crazy. And then there was like the West 4th puncher. Like there'd be a lot of crazy things happening in the subway.
Bruh.
Like you never know who you're sitting next to, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like there's this thing where it says in your lifetime you walk by 8 murders in your lifetime.
Wow.
So somewhere we already bumped into a few. You know what I'm saying? So you never know who you're sitting next to, who you're talking to, or who you're smiling at. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, but that's why I always say I'm like, I smile, but I don't trust no one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I trust nobody.
Yep, I don't trust. Nope. Like I smile at you, but I'm looking right. Like if I walk past you, I'm looking behind too. Like nope. No.
Well, I don't want to change the subject because this is a good subject, but I have been having something on my mind that I wanted to pass by you guys because it has been bothering me a little bit. So, who here has heard of the Mandela effect?
I've heard of it.
Pardon?
I've heard of it.
I have as well.
Okay. So, the most recent one I heard kind of got me because I strictly remember it the way that it allegedly never took place. So I saw this one. It was for the Klondike bar. And I distinctly remember the jingle for the Klondike bar to go like, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Klondike bar.
Yep.
Okay. Apparently that's not how it ever went.
What?
Yeah. Apparently, don't quote me on how they're saying it is, but there is no video evidence of that jingle. Apparently, there's no what would you do? There's no ooh in it at all.
That's bullshit.
Right. Okay. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
There's a glitch in the matrix, guys.
That's bullshit. Because I remember that jingle. I just sang it with you. Like I literally just sang it with you.
But apparently that never took place.
Yo, I'm about to go on YouTube right now and start looking for a Klondike bar.
Go ahead, because that's the newest one that I've seen. I mean, another one that I've seen, and Sunshine, you might be a little young to remember this, but I remember on Channel 7, when it was ABC Kids on Saturday morning or whatever the case may be, Sinbad played a genie.
Yeah.
And
I
I
remember
want to say his name was Shazam or Kazam or something of that
Kazam.
effect.
Kazam.
Apparently, that movie doesn't exist, and Sinbad went on record saying he never played a genie.
No.
And
Bro, I
I
specifically
remember that
remember that.
fucking movie.
That's like the Bearstein Bears. They used to be the
Right.
Bearstein Bears, but now they're the
Now they're the
Bearstain.
Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, but they were the Bearstein Bears before.
right? Bearstein Bears.
But no, their name is Berenstain.
Yeah, Berenstain.
Or like that's like buy you a drink, where I remember in the chorus that T-Pain says, "I'ma buy you a drink." Ooh.
I'm gonna take you home with me.
With me, got money in the bank.
But you know that's not what he's saying. That part where he's saying "ooh wee" is he's saying "I'ma buy you a drink and then I'ma take you home with me."
No.
Like that's what he's saying. I swear to God.
I remember when Sunshine performed for me. Sunshine, I don't know, I was drunk one night and I was there and Sunshine just put on a concert for me.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
you sang that song.
And that's how I sang it. But
Right.
if you look up the lyrics and then listen to the song, it blew my mind too. I was like, what? But he says like the Mandela effect.
NANI?
So now
We're gonna chalk it up to what it really is. It's a glitch in the matrix. They just don't want to explain it. We're in a simulation.
There's a glitch.
I feel
They're
you,
like it's
but
easier to just say Mandela effect than your simulation's been fucked up.
there's
We're
a
running
theory
out
that I
of-
actually did hear in regards to the Mandela effect. That okay, Y2K. Apparently, when Y2K happened, everybody was worried. That was the first time everybody was like 3, 2, 1, and then everybody stood quiet for a second.
I remember
said
that. I
Happy
was
New
holding
Year.
my breath.
Wow.
Apparently, we had slipped into a different dimension.
Bruh.
And then they're saying in 2012, when the Mayan calendar ended, we slipped into a different dimension.
Run, bitch! Run!
And that kind of makes sense if you follow CERN and what they've been trying to do.
And I believe that.
I'm like, okay.
You think we're in a different dimension? We're in like, but
Well, they just said that there are multiple Earths out there. Like they
I don't know.
Go ahead, Sunshine.
I was gonna say I don't know about a different dimension, but the CERN stuff, like CERN is an actual thing, and I think it is trying to create a portal or something through that because the way it looks, and then it has the was it the Hindu god, the god of chaos?
Vishnu. No,
Yeah,
not Vishnu.
the arms with all the arms, like the way that
then
it
it
looks.
is Vishnu.
Yeah,
I'm
like
not
I
sure.
don't
Let me
know.
not butcher that.
But it's like it's a god with all the arms, and it represents chaos, and that's like the symbol.
So what if they already found the portal and they opened the portal and we're in, and we went in, Earth went through that portal? And like it kind of gives me a little bit also to like of the multiverse and Flash, how there's different Earths. Because before it was no Earth, and then now apparently, and I remember Cat Williams saying this, he was like, they found 16 super Earths. He was like, what the fuck is a super Earth? I live on this Earth and I think it's fucking super.
But didn't they just confirm there can be like a multiverse of Earth? Like there are multiple multiverses of Earths out there somewhere.
Well, I mean, think about it. There's like millions and millions of solar systems out in space. So it'll be kind of naive to think like we're the only kind of Earth, like there's no water somewhere else, or you know what I mean? Like there's so much that we haven't explored. They're just telling us about a few years ago that Pluto is not really a planet and it's a subplanet, and you know what I mean? So who knows? Yeah, like who knows? Yeah, like we don't know what's out there, you know. I mean, every time I hear anything about the space and time travel and all these things, like it's interesting to hear. Am I always gonna believe everything that they're saying? I don't know, but I have an open mind. I'm like, maybe, you know what I'm saying? But I never close my mind to it. I don't have a closed mind. I like to hear what people have to say and what they think. You know what I mean? But I mean, there could be super Earths. I mean, who knows?
What I was saying, like Flashpoint with the multiverse, like I can see it something similar to that. Like we're in a parallel universe right now, and that's why the Mandela effect is taking place because we're seeing it through that universe's eyes because we're in that. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I can see it. Is all I'm saying.
I keep an open mind to a lot of the things too. I think I don't believe every single bit, but there are things that are very compelling that have
Right.
substantial evidence to back it up.
Right.
That I will say that I would say like, man, if I could, I would definitely I could see this happening. So and there's a lot of those things because some of the things are inexplainable. Some things are like. And just and like that's like a whole other conversation, but yeah, like those things could be inexplainable, and there's not a scientific, because the world loves the science of everything, right? So nothing scientific could even describe some of the things that have happened. They can't, like there's always no explanation. And I'm one of those people who think, I don't think the government is for the people. It's definitely not, because if you see the way our nation is and how the justice system fails us often, I don't think that the system was made for us. So I do think, at least that
the system was made to make money.
Exactly. It was meant to keep like.
Our social security numbers is a way they can identify us, because like when you're born, you are technically
a product at the Federal Reserve Bank.
Yep. You're a product of the Federal Reserve Bank, and the Federal Reserve Bank has shit to do with the U.S. government.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? It's a funny thing because actually, the game today he wrote something very interesting on his I want to say on his Twitter account, and he said that he's been, I guess because he feels like he doesn't get like the recognition he deserves, and he said he basically doesn't get it because he's not no puppet, and he ain't gonna be a puppet for no dollar bill. So I thought that was interesting, since we're on that topic. It's like,
Yeah.
And it's not just when you have, this is where the things make me feel like it's true, because when there's people like that who's literally in the industry and knows the things that we have no idea about, they know all the inner dealings, and there's multiple people, because it's not just him, because Melissa Ford also spoke out, Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle, like there's been multiple celebrities who have spoken out, and everything they say is very similar to the other. And that's what makes me think, like, there's got to be something bigger that we're not being told.
Well, to piggyback on that, I think I had a conversation with you last week, Sunshine, about Kevin Hart being on the Kelly Clarkson show. And Kelly Clarkson had made the comment of being offered millions of dollars to do something that she didn't want to do. And Kevin Hart literally hushed her right there on live television, told her to not talk about it. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
And I can attest to this, because after that conversation we had, we were on the phone, we hung up, and I went and I actually YouTubed that clip and I saw it. So it actually happened.
Yeah, I mean, but who knows what it could be, you know what I'm saying? But that's interesting that he would know, and he's hushing her. And
because I mean, you got to pay the price to get to the top, and Kevin Hart, let's be honest, he's at the top.
Yeah,
and apparently he fucked up, or he had to pay up, or they trying to get him, which is why he ended up not being able to host the Oscars. They took that shit right away from him.
Or like Nick Cannon, look how quick you cannot say anything about the Jews because the Jews are what own a percentage, which is the Rothschilds, right? Rockefellers, like they own like Viacom, which is do you know that there's only 6 people that own our entire television, all the channels that we see, there's 6 companies who own all of that.
Viacom is one.
Viacom is one. So Nick Cannon made some Semitic?
Yeah.
Anti-Semitic comments, and they canceled out real quick. They took Wild 'N Out off for a little bit. He couldn't host America's Got Talent anymore. Like he was down bad for a little bit. And then he started showing up to events dressed in like really like clownish, like just look outlandish as hell. He came to a couple of red carpet events, and some people are, and now he has Wild 'N Out back, and he's gonna have his own like talk show, I think. So they say it's a humiliation ritual.
Yep.
That he had to go through in order to get back in. So again, it goes back to what the game says, that he's not going to be no puppet for the dollar bill. So I thought that it kind of all ties together.
And that brings me to Dave Chappelle when he said that he's the guy that got off the bus and left the $50 million on the bus because he realized that they were laughing at him and not with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I thought the interview he did with Oprah, like after that whole like how he went to Africa and they were trying to say like he was crazy and on drugs and stuff, and he came back from Africa and he had an interview with Oprah, and I thought that interview, like if you guys like watch it, I thought it was a very interesting, like the body language and everything, just how he was talking, you could tell he was like being careful with his words, and it was just, and Oprah, like you could tell like she knew because she was kind of like hinting at it, like she kept saying like, yeah, we're on live television, like she kept like, it was just an awkward interview.
Because she's involved, she's in there, she knows what, she up there in the top.
Yeah, she's definitely on top.
She knows what the fuck it is.
Actually, Panero, on South Park, they had an episode about adrenochrome. Did you see that episode?
Yeah.
Where they had an episode, and for those who don't know, there's this conspiracy theory about adrenochrome that these high-end celebrities, the president, like all these high-profile people, basically suck the blood of children, and like they basically like scared them, like to reach to a very level, which increases their adrenaline, and they call it adrenochrome, and they basically like kill them, like sacrifice them and take their blood, and apparently a lot of celebrities and high profile people, like I said, are in on this. And it was a whole episode, but it was basically like, sometimes I feel like these like shows and stuff, like they kind of trying to tell us stuff like through their art, I guess, because they can't just like, you know, and we're gonna obviously not believe it because we saw it on the TV, but it's kind of like, I always say this, it's kind of like aliens. For a long time, aliens was a conspiracy theory until recently, like maybe a year or two ago, where the Pentagon confirmed that there is aliens.
Well, NASA confirmed it last year too.
That's what I'm saying. It's been confirmed, and then
but you're saying the Pentagon confirmed it first, but NASA confirming it last year. Now there's all these fucking alien shows, and it's like Demi Lovato was on it.
Yeah, that we can't call them aliens. We have to call them
extraterrestrials. Apologies.
No, fuck that. They aliens. I'm going with my man.
I can still say alien. I'm sorry.
Aliens. Demi Lovato, go with your non-binary.
Well, all you extraterrestrials that hear me, please accept my apologies for calling you aliens, because don't abduct me.
Listen. If we go to their planet, we're aliens. So if you're gonna call me an alien, I'm calling you an alien. All right? That's how it's gonna work.
I don't see how we're going to offend aliens by calling them aliens, so we'll just leave it like that.
Yo, Demi Lovato's drug dealer got that good fire, yo. That's all I know.
Oh my god! And the Inside Job show also talked about reptilians, which is like another conspiracy, but it also talks about those too.
I believe it.
South Park. Well, but they made it like crab people.
It's inside. Oh, South Park did.
Yeah, it was like so the episode where it says South Park goes gay. I don't know if you've seen that when it was like Queer Eye for the straight guy was like real big
Oh
at
yeah,
the time.
I did see that.
So they were trying to say like it's crab people, so they can weaken men.
Oh, I think I remember this. I think I vaguely remember this episode. It
Every
sounds
time they showed the
familiar.
crabs, they'd be like crab people, crab
Oh yeah.
people.
Oh yeah.
And it was literally like crabs, like humanoid crabs in like skin suits.
Yeah, like they're like it's kind of like a play on the reptilian thing. But in the Inside Job show, it actually like they make they make fun, but it's interesting the things that they say in that show. And there's mass symbolism. You already know they got like the pyramid with the eye. And that I don't care, that be in everything. Like if this is a conspiracy or whatever, what the fuck is up with the pyramid and the eye everywhere? Like, because it's not just on like one show, it's like everywhere.
Well, if
Those
you
are-
heard, I'm sorry, if you heard about the pyramids, that they're like pyramids on Mars too.
Not just
So
that,
I did hear that.
there's proof. I believe the Smithsonian in Boston has a sarcophagus, and on the title, like where they say they found it, they found that sarcophagus in the Grand Canyon.
Bruh.
Hmm.
They have found like things of like hieroglyphs, things that shape like sphinxes. So no bullshit. All of these pyramids are like beacons. The sphinxes, like I'm gonna sound like a I don't know if you guys know King the Conqueror from have you guys seen Loki?
I have not caught that yet.
But there's
no,
a there's a
I haven't
there's a
seen it.
futuristic villain. His name's King the Conqueror, and his ship is a sphinx. Like his time traveling ship is the shape of a sphinx,
Oh,
and he
I
goes
thought you
back
said
to
his
Egypt.
shit, and I was like, elaborate on that shit.
Oh,
But
listen, if you can craft a sphinx out of a piece of shit, you beautiful. Your butthole is made of gold. You got a golden pucker.
Bruh.
Mm-mm-mm.
But not
But I just want to let you guys know. Sorry, Panera. I just want to say this. I just got word about El Chefe, and he's basically saying that he just got to where he had to be, and he says that there was a lot going on because there's gonna be some kind of nor'easter starting tomorrow. I'm sure you guys heard of it.
yeah, New Jersey's in state of emergency.
Yeah,
raining right now.
so basically, right now at Chefe, he takes public transportation at this time, and the reason why he was so late was because the bus actually had to come from, I believe, from the city and then up to Jersey or whatnot, so it was very late. So, I was just informed of that, just so you guys know.
Yeah, but this nor'easter, apparently New Jersey's already in state of emergency. Patterson schools are all closed.
well,
Yeah, the schools
Yeah.
up here are not closed just yet or anything like that. But if it gets really, really bad, me voy, I'm leaving. if that's, you know what I'm saying? Because I live on the mountain, so I got to make sure that I get me and mine safe too, just in case.
Well, it's probably going to be hitting us first. I mean, we'll probably feel it more because we're near more of the coastline, but you have all the trees up there.
Yeah, so
from the map that I've seen, like from the radar images, everybody's getting hit. This has been hitting like
yeah, it's gonna be a
Pittsburgh.
bad
It's gonna hit
storm.
Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh's like a hot minute away from me.
Yeah, I think that if it gets a little too crazy, I might not be going to work, because if it was anything like last time where all the subways were like a
Flooded.
mess, yeah, I'm like, and
And
the
Sunshine,
traffic is really-
I'm sorry, sometimes you take the subway, right?
sometimes like there's a few days where I'm going to Manhattan, like well tomorrow I'm going to Washington Heights. So over there, like it's just like there was a lot of flooding on the way there because Garden State, like the bus couldn't. There's a part of the route where the bus goes inside Garden State, and it couldn't. It didn't even go inside because it was so flooded there. So it was like crazy. Like it looked crazy, and it took me forever to get to work. But on that day, everybody was late because it was like so much going on. There's some people who do take subways to get there, and the subways were all down. There was only like 2 or 3 subways going on. Like, so we'll see how it is in the morning.
Yeah, I'm interested too because I want to see, it's 100% chance of rain. I saw on the Weather Channel, 100% chance. And it's going to be about 2 to 4 inches of rain. That's going to be coming down. So they're saying, there could be flash flood warnings and this and that. And so I'm keeping an eye out, because I also do travel to work. So, and like I said, I live in the mountain and that's not the best thing, and I heard it's going to be wind gusts of like 30 to 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And a lot of the trees still have leaves on them, so that's problematic.
Yeah, so the rain plus the wind plus the leaves plus the mountain, I'm not sure. We'll see. If I have to leave work early, I will,
Same, because I'm like, I have to do a commute. So if I have to, we'll see, because I did see too on the weather app that is 100% chance, and it's already actually raining.
Yeah, here too.
It's like, so it's already actually started to rain outside.
It's raining by you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of thunder, everything already.
There's been lightning.
I don't see anything on my side just yet, but it will be coming. I know.
Yeah, I think this is like the second time like we're podcasting during a storm.
We podcasted through the tropical storm. Both the tropical storms.
Yeah. But this is hurricane season, no?
It's still hurricane season. Yeah, until I think November or something like that.
And then it's snow.
And then it's snow, yeah. And we get it bad up here. The snow up here, we get it bad over here. So I'm not really looking forward to that. But yeah.
But I am looking forward to the holidays.
Yeah, so am I. I'm looking forward to the holidays. My child is outgrowing toys, so it's like a whole bunch of gadgets now. And I'm like, Santa's a little, strapped for cash. Like, I'm like, you want this, you want that, you want a laptop, I'm like, okay. All right, girl. Santa's gonna think about it. So I'm at that stage where my child is no longer wanting toys, and it's all about the expensive stuff now.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to the new Christmas time now. I was not gonna be looking for toys anymore. So
you done grow up.
Yeah,
like big girl stuff.
Definitely. But yeah, I'm definitely looking for the Walmart has all their Christmas stuff up. Walmart has them all up. I went to Walmart the other day. They had the Christmas trees up. I was like, oh, okay.
Walmart is confused as hell because you have like over here, you have an aisle. Okay, you have the aisle where it's Halloween, and then you go a little more down, it's Thanksgiving, and then you go a little more down, it's Christmas. It's like Walmart doesn't know what's going on.
Well, Hobby Lobby had Christmas up 2 weeks ago because I was there.
Yeah, everything is Christmas. Like, can we get through Halloween first? Like, let's get through Halloween first before we start throwing
Thanksgiving. Shit.
Yeah, for real.
Nobody wants to celebrate Thanksgiving when that whole mass genocide took place.
Well, we're gonna call it.
It got
Well,
Well,
damn.
what?
Okay.
Way to fuck up my Thanksgiving.
I'm
It's
just
okay. Well,
saying.
we're gonna call it family time.
Family time. Because they did change, like Christopher Columbus Day now is like Indigenous People Day.
But you know what's
And
crazy? You know why did it take so damn long?
hmm Why were we still celebrating a man that did mass genocide?
honestly, it's media. Because back in the day, no one heard about, I mean, as a child, all I learned about Christopher Columbus was that he discovered America in 1492, and
Which I find
he
funny
was a
because he really
good,
wasn't.
yeah, like
Amerigo Vespucci was.
Yeah.
right. But again, as a child, this is what they taught us, right?
Yeah.
And in history lessons and stuff. So who are we to question it? But now in our new world that we live in, we have all these like Google, we have certain ways of looking up things now, and more things are coming to light and people are talking more, and it's going all over the world. Every time someone says something, everywhere around the world, people listen now. So we have all these gadgets and stuff, and now we're starting to realize the things that we were taught is not really true.
Yeah.
It was all a
And
lie.
Well,
it's all
history
a
is
lie.
written by the victors.
Right, like now it's finally coming to light because now people are starting to talk, like, you know what I'm saying, and it's starting to happen. And recently I heard about how he massacred all these people, but as a kid you didn't hear that, and it's just
Well, watching Adam's,
Go ahead. Go ahead there.
I was gonna say, watching Adam's Family Values kind of put it in perspective for me when Wednesday and Pugsley were in the day camp
Mm-hmm.
and they did the "eat me" like that whole scene where Wednesday flipped it on them, and I was that kind of was like, oh shit, that's kind of what happened. She's right.
Like that's so it is what happened. Like when you think about it too, like Thanksgiving is like same thing. It's like it's all ties together. He came here, they tricked these people into thinking they was cool, and then they killed them. That's what Black Friday, right? Black Friday is the massacre.
Yep.
Well, isn't Black Friday the day that they gave cheaper rates on trading slaves?
I heard that, and I heard that Black Friday was like the day after Thanksgiving, because they did eat with the pilgrims. They had a big feast.
They baked their bread, yeah.
They broke bread together, and then the very next day they killed them and raped their women and
pillaged
the whole
their villages.
Yeah. So and it's like so not for nothing. Every time like there's in history, like the white man is always like trying to conquer something. Because they did it to the. I'm just saying. Unlike the Europeans came over here and they killed the
fucking shit up.
Right. They came over there on fucking Conquistador and fucking Santa Maria and all that shit, and they fucking went ham over
the Conquistadors was Spain, motherfucker.
That's from Spain.
But the Spaniards were the first ones to introduce slavery.
But they were also the ones that did the same shit America did. I mean, the English did to America, but they just did it to the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna just say that we don't consider the Spaniards are more European.
Yeah, we don't consider
Latino.
we don't consider them Latino.
So they might as well throw them in the white category.
But I recently saw this TikTok, and it was like, okay, tell me that something that has not been said or seen in the Bible, but Christians won't talk about. And then the person cuts and it was like, white people.
Oh my God.
Think about it.
Mm-mm-mm.
Where the fuck they come from?
fucking Columbus, yo.
Columbus.
Columbus introduced them over here. Oh my god.
Fucking
We're
Columbus.
just jokes, guys.
But
I'm fucking
yeah,
mad.
I had this story about Christopher Columbus I'll never forget. So there was this kid, and this kid was like talking to me and was like, well, did you know that Christopher Columbus killed a lot of people, so that's why we don't celebrate Columbus Day. He killed a lot of people. And then there was other kids around this kid, and they're like, is that true? And I just kind of stare at them because, like, I'm like, what do I tell these kids? And I'm like, everyone just color, just color.
Like it's like I'm not
I
getting
couldn't,
I'm not
I
dealing with
don't
cancel
wanna,
culture today.
yeah, like I don't wanna lie. You know what I'm saying?
So this is what I would do.
But
I'd be
I
like,
wouldn't.
oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just like stuck, and it's just I'm staring at the kids. The kids are looking back at me, and I'm staring, and I'm just like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? And I'm like, all right, so let's just keep coloring, and like it worked because like the kids just kept coloring and whatever. But I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to say. So I just kind of walked away and went to the side and just started giggling because I was like, like a kid just got me stumped,
Here's what I would say. I'd be like, all right, guys, that's a very good question. I kind of feel like that's where you need to go and ask your parents when you get home. But right now in class, we're coloring.
Bruh.
Right. I was like, well, you know what?
And leave
Now
it in the
that you
parents'
thought
court.
about it, but when you're right there and the heat is on you, you got little children's eyes staring back at you.
Like it's like my mind went blank. I'm not trying to
Yo,
get
my
canceled.
mind was like,
Not me.
he's right.
That's
My
who I
mind is
am.
like, he's right.
No, I'm like, go ask your parent.
Yeah, I was like, but the kid said, my dad said. So the parent already told him.
But I would tell the
What
other
it
kids
was.
to ask their parents because then the parent can sit there and be like, oh, you said this. I ain't say
Yeah.
shit.
I was like, all right, let's just keep coloring or whatever. And I, after everything happened or whatever, I had to tell somebody else, and they're like, what? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, he's right, but I can't say he's right.
You know that story time right now, right? You know that kid went back home to his parents and was like, I heard from little Johnny.
Yeah, but at least they didn't say they heard it from me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, nope,
word.
not for me. So, things like that, you have to be careful,
Yeah, because
So, yes. So I plead the fifth. I said nothing, and that's how it went. But but these kids, they can, when you tell them something, they remember, and whether you're right or wrong, they will blurt it out. And that kid was just came out of nowhere and said it, and I was like, well, in my mind, I'm like, you are very correct. But I was like, no, color, everyone color. So
well, they say that
Oh shit.
they say that 3 kinds of people tell the truth, and it is drunk people, angry people, and children.
100%.
So
children are always. So that's why I always say when a kid comes up to me and they're like, I love your hair, I love your shoes, I love your outfit. I'm like, I believe them. I'm like, oh, they really think so. Because they will tell you if they don't like it. Kids are brutal.
They don't get a thank you?
Yes, they do. They get
I'm
a thank
fucking
you.
with you.
Yeah, like they get a thank you. Thank you very much, but they're brutal. They'll tell you when they don't like something either.
No, of course. 100%.
So, yeah. So definitely, Sunshine, I agree, Sunshine. Kids will tell you the truth.
they do.
And I've been angry a lot of my life, and I said some shit. So I believe the anger part too.
Yes.
And I've been drunk. And so
Yep, and drunk. Yes, yes, yes. That's when it all comes out.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Anybody got
So I
anything else?
feel like we
so
covered a
I,
lot of shit today.
yeah, I think we covered a lot. You know, we talked about a lot of things, and as always, I enjoy talking with you guys and getting into the gossip, getting into the bullshit, you know.
Same.
It's always fun. It's always fun.
Yes, always, always. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in and listened to the bullshit that we always talk about every week. And I just want to say I love you guys and I love my cast, I love my crew, I love my family. And thank you for joining. And we'll see you next week.
Like I said, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for listening. If you haven't already, uno momento.
I'm dying. Help me.